order from him, and said he was violent and abusive and really scary, including allegations that he punched and scratched her on the eye, left her bleeding after throwing her laptop on the floor at her, ripped her shirt, and ripped off her shorts. He then grabbed her arm, leaving very severe marks. Garcia's wife also wrote in court, "At this point, I am afraid to be close to him. I just don't want to be close. I have multiple photos and videos how violent he can be and all of the bruises that he's left on me." She just couldn't get anywhere near him. This is the man that the Democrats are wanting us to fly back from El Salvador to be a happily ensconced member of the USA family. Isn't it a shame? And by the way, I've been hit pretty hard by fake shows, fake news, yes, MSDNC in particular, where they talk about how evil I am, that this man would be thrown out of our country. This man is according to certified statements that we get, is a very violent person.
It doesn't sound like a good,
and
it sounds like
they want this man to be brought back into our country where he can be free and to stay as a happily Maryland, they call him the Maryland man. He's a Maryland father. No, this is a violent person. Who they don't talk about is that wonderful angel mom who lost her daughter, who had 5 beautiful children, and she was killed violently. And she spoke, and she spoke unbelievably. I saw it, and the fake news didn't pick it up. She spoke. She was in tears. She's devastated. Her life is, essentially, she's told me her life is like over. But there was I think no stories. Isn't that true? No stories. 0 stories. It was the most emotional thing. Everybody that watched it, they couldn't believe it. The fake news refused to put it up. So it's very sad. And yet they talk about this guy like he's an angel. See the angel up there? They think he's like that, like a little angel. It has no impact. The way she look at it. No impact. It's just like unbalanced. Would you do the? Go ahead. What I would do.
Would you be open to letting some kind of civil program?
Not even what are you talking about?
I'm for stopping Iran, very simply, from having a nuclear weapon. They can't have a nuclear weapon. I want Iran to be great and prosperous and terrific. I stopped them once they were broke and they didn't have any money for Hamas. They didn't have any money for Hezbollah. There wouldn't have been an October 7th disaster. They were broke. They had no money, and they weren't. China wasn't allowed to buy. I said, if you buy, because they're the biggest customer, I said, you buy 1 barrel of oil, just 1 barrel of oil from Iran, and you can't do business in the United States. And by the way, we have nice conversations going with China just to intercede. It's like really very good. But with Iran, they can't have a nuclear weapon, and if they have a nuclear weapon, you'll all be very unhappy. You'll all be very unhappy because your life will be in great danger. Yeah. Yeah. Oh.
Press out, press out.
Y'all can keep listening. I gotta get gas. Keep listening. I gotta get gas. What happened?
Well, thank you very much, everybody. This is a very important day. It's a day that we're delighted to swear in Dr. Mehmet Oz as the next administrator of the Centers for Medicine and Medicaid Services, which is a big deal. Congratulations to Dr. Oz and his beautiful wife, Lisa, and their friends and family on this really incredible achievement. Come a long way. It's amazing. Dr. Oz comes to this position as one of the nation's most talented and beloved medical professionals. He graduated from Harvard University. Ah, Harvard. Well, how convenient. Should we talk about Harvard? Before obtaining his MD at the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine, a great one, and really some amazing education while also earning an MBA from the wonderful Wharton School of Business. He completed his...
Some ride rapids. Some ride bridges. And some dig deeper. But alone or together, every explorer seeks their own path and the promise of what's to come. The truth lies west.
Robinhood Gold members get an IRA transfer boost of 2%. When you transfer in an IRA or old 401k by April 30th, Robinhood Gold will boost it by 2%.
Business. This is very impressive. Dr. Oz authored more than 400 contributions to academic and scientific publications and holds several patents for technologies that revolutionize cardiovascular surgery. And Dr. Oz later translated his experience into an extraordinary successful television career, making him one of the most trusted voices on healthcare. And he also got very high ratings, I can tell you that. He did great with the television thing. As CMS Administrator, Dr. Oz will work tirelessly to strengthen and protect Medicare for our nation's seniors and Medicaid for the needy. Just as I promised, there will be no cuts. We're not going to have any cuts. We're going to have only help. Dr. Oz will work to improve the quality of care for decades to come, and he'll ensure that criminals, fraudsters, and illegal aliens are not permitted to rob America's seniors. They are trying, but they're not going to get away with it. He will also work alongside Secretary of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I've heard of him. He's a pretty famous guy. He's doing a great job, too, to address the crisis of chronic illness and to make America healthy again. So I want to just thank Dr. Oz, and because this is a big commitment he's making. He has a lot of options, and this is a big, big commitment. And I want to congratulate you and your family on really an amazing life. And I think this is going to be by far the most important part of an already incredible life. So thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself. Congratulations. It's amazing. You ready, Bobby? Sure. Yes. Let's do it. You put your hand on the Bible with your left hand, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Mehmet Oz, do solemnly swear
I, Mehmet Oz, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties of the office on which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties of the office upon I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God. God bless you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, brother.
Ladies and gentlemen.
I've got to start off by thanking three people. Mr. President, thank you very much. God bless you for leading our nation, but also courageously leading the MAHA movement, really earnestly in your heart wanting to get America to be healthy again, and for giving me an opportunity to help with that mission. Secretary Kennedy has been leading the charge at Health and Human Services. A dear friend, like a brother, has done unbelievably courageous work because he's curious and he's started answering a lot of important questions. And I will treasure for the rest of my days your trust in me to help you with this progress. Thank you. And of course, Lisa, the family, but Lisa in particular, who's had an uncanny ability to identify opportunities and to always keep a clear North Star to keep our family grounded. God bless you, my beautiful one. Let me start with a simple premise. Every great society, everyone, has an opportunity to take care of its most vulnerable and treasures that opportunity. And we're great people, so we will do the same. As we enter the main building, the Humphreys building, where Health and Human Services is located,
Oh,
there's a plaque of Hubert Humphrey, and it says that it's a moral opportunity, a moral obligation of government to take care of people in the dawn of their life.
Let's see.
the
Oh,
kids,
Sausage Canada
in the
guy's
twilight
back.
of
What's
their
up,
life.
Gregory
elderly,
Qualls?
mature,
Where are you
seniors,
at? Outside.
and
Hi.
those in the shadows of
What's
life,
up, Gregory?
those struggling with
I was gonna
disabilities.
guess.
We want to
Canada
provide
guy.
America with access
Are you prepared this time? Yeah. As with the name for a joke. Are you going to fix that annoying bell? Yeah, I had to close my trunk. Hi, another pothole. It might stop ringing. No, that's too many potholes. Our piece of shit mayor won't fix these fucking potholes.
Okay, so I'm going to give you 4 bullet
Our mayor's
points.
a piece
to
of
remember.
shit.
Bullet point number 1, and they're all numbered in order for a reason. Medicaid is the number 1 budget item for many states, and it is crowding out education, other
And a
important
bunch of
social
immigrants
programs.
are getting it
The
too
states
now.
are having a big problem, and that's with the federal government paying most of the bill.
I'm going to show you
And
an
number
example
2,
of that in 1
healthcare
second.
expenditures are increasing at 2% higher than the economy is growing. And because of that, we spend more than 2 times per person on healthcare than any other country on the planet, and we're not getting value for that. Because number 3 is that we are, in America, experiencing an unfortunate problem, which is medical errors are the number 3 cause of death. Did you know that, Mr. President? It's surprising, with that much money invested, we're still having problems. And number 4, our life expectancy, despite all this investment, is continuing to slip back. We're now more than 4 years shorter in our life expectancy
Wow.
than countries that we used to be equal to. But I am optimistic. Why? Because we control our destiny. Because at its very core, we have a
Hey,
generational
Camaro.
opportunity, a unique ability to save the healthcare system because we control all the big pieces. America
Gen.
is too great for small dreams. So I've got some big ideas I'd like to share that we've worked through
I
with my
agree.
staff who are cordoned off over there, and there's a lot of us. We've got almost more than 6,000 people at CMS working on this and 40,000 contractors helping. So we've got a lot of people. What are we going to do? First, we're going to reduce chronic disease. How do you do that? 70% of the healthcare expenditures of this country are driven by chronic disease. And it is your patriotic
Yeah,
duty,
fat asses.
I'll say it again, the patriotic duty of all Americans to take care of themselves, because it's important for serving in the military, but it's also important because healthy people don't consume healthcare resources. The best way to
True.
reduce drug spending is to use less drugs because you don't need them because you're healthy. And it feels a lot better as well. The President and Secretary Kennedy have been pushing the MAHA agenda because it makes it easier for people to do the right thing, especially the mothers of this great land, because they're the ones who really get caught with this responsibility. They're the ones deciding for their kids. They're the ones we want to empower. And curiosity, which is the key word here, truly asking questions you want the answers to, will allow the MAHA movement to thrive. The next big thing we want to focus on is modernizing Medicare and Medicaid. That's how Americans will get the care that they want, need, and deserve. Need to empower patients and providers, both the doctors and the patients both have to be equipped with better tools. And the president is showing that he actually does love and cherish Medicare with all these executive orders, like the one on transparency, sir, that really helps us by making sure people are equipped with information. So you shine a light in the dark shadows where so much of the problems happen with the healthcare system. And remember, the most expensive care is bad quality
Right,
care.
if you
That's
guys
what we want to
hit,
stand
is
for.
anyone watching
And
that's
finally,
been
we want
with
to
the
crush
channel for a
fraud, waste, and
while?
abuse. This is stunning. I've got a message for all the bad guys from me, the Secretary, and the
That's a
President.
horrible Zoom
We
setup.
are going to stop people from stealing from our most vulnerable, from stealing with the taxpayers of America who are honestly trying to support these programs. And we're going to be able to do it in quite a few ways. We are coming for you. And I'll give you a couple examples. Mr. President, these are ones that you may want to use in some of your future conversations. Almost 250,000 people, American citizens, were fraudulently enrolled without their knowledge in exchange programs
We're
by
coming up to it. I'm
brokers
trying
who
to
were
show you.
unscrupulous, stealing from the U.S. government by pretending these people were on programs
Alright,
they never
so
told
who's
them
been
about.
with the channel for a while now? Anyone? We got 2 people watching. If any of you 2 have been watching for a while, alright, well we're coming up to. Oh no,
I think so.
Light down.
That will not continue. We're spending about $1 billion on Medicaid programs for dual state eligible patients, which means you live in one state, but the system thinks you're another state, and maybe
Fuck. The fuck my shit freeze up. fuck? Come on, play. Fucking shitty ass internet stuff. Oh, that's,
Indulge in a world of refined
what the
luxury.
fuck is this? Skip. Oh, go back.
Have you ever talked directly to
Oh,
President
transfers
Xi?
for 100 days. That's cool.
It's just not appropriate.
But you're speaking, sorry, has he called you directly, President Xi, or reached out? Has he facilitated a conversation?
Well, you'd think
California,
it was
god damn,
pretty
everyone's
obvious
from
that he
other
has,
states
but
today.
we
What's the
will talk
California
about
place?
that soon. It's not that important because honestly, we're gonna have a deal.
Get them
I
prices
believe
down,
we're gonna have a deal
President
with
Trump.
China. And if we don't, we're gonna have a deal anyway because we're gonna set a certain target and that's gonna be it.
So you
That's
hear
a
it
new
there,
building.
President Trump touting progress in China trade talks. Trump says most of his tariff deals could be reached within the next month or so. So could this mean finally an end to the back and forth with Beijing? Grady Trimble from Fox Business is live at the White House with the latest on this. Hi, Grady.
Hey, Bill, if President Trump gets his way, some of these deals could be closed sooner than some people might think. He says in the next 3 to 4 weeks. You heard him there. He's even optimistic about a potential...
Alright, so here, we're coming up to the whole reason we're on this road. Coming up to it. We caught the yellow light. We're on this road for a reason now. If you've seen some of my older videos, you might recognize that building. The Schultz shed. Do you recognize that building? The rooftops, a historical landmark. Have you ever has anyone ever seen the, what do you call it? The fucking, the lady with the umbrella and the fucking, on the salt shaker, and she's got an umbrella, Morton Salt. That's where they used to make it, right there. And then it was abandoned. And then they opened this immigration building over here on the right. And then they turned that into a concert hall. And then they put is that stupid Ukrainian flag still up there? I haven't been by here in a while. I can't see that red light's glaring in my eyes. It should be like right there. They had that stupid Ukrainian flag that I hope they took down. Shit was pissing me off every time I saw it. It was right above the D. I don't see a Ukrainian flag up there anymore. Do you? Am I missing it? About time they took that fucking Ukrainian flag down. I hated that shit. It was fucking driving me crazy every time I saw it. So the whole reason we're taking this whole street now. Yeah, no, it's gone. They finally took down that stupid Ukrainian flag about fucking time. Alright, so you see up here on the right? This is like where we were trying to make that video earlier. But we couldn't find a spot for it, but look. Look at how cleaned up this is now. What are they doing with the building? Everyone's parking here for the concert hall. Oh, you can actually see in there now. No more tape over the windows. No one ever gonna want to rent that building out. They know what it was for. There's all those utilities they had in there. For processing the immigrants. That was the processing room there. So cleaned up now. Wow. You never would have known what was going on for 4 years here. Or 3 years. All the bikes that were there. I wonder if they still got the alley blocked off. Yeah, they do. Hey, there's still a bike hanging up there. Nah, all the bikes were gone. We came here when they shut the building down. Are they gonna reopen this fucking alley? They closed it because the fucking immigrants were living in this building. See on the side there, on the left side of the alley? That used to be, I think there used to be the train tracks for freight trains, and those were like loading docks to unload the trains. See right here? Yeah. That used to be a door, that used to be a door, that used to be a door. This building's probably like fucking 100 years old, maybe 50 at the youngest. I mean, I'm sure if I tried a little harder, I could have found a spot to ask Venezuelans questions from that earlier video I released, but this weather fucked me up. I still got the ring camera on that door. I started going in that doors with it. I almost got arrested for trying to shelter from the tornado when it was an immigration shelter. The air raid sirens were going off. I was parked far as hell. Well, if you can actually see him there now. There was trannies living in there, everything. But not one American. It's funny, why can't they make that a shelter for Americans now? Why can't Americans get that as a shelter? Because like that one video is titled, "No help for you, American scum. You filthy swine, American scum." It's only for the Venezuelans, you gotta be Venezuelan. And there's still no Americans at the Marine base. See? There's no way. This is where I made a bunch of videos at. And look, now the concert hall can actually park their cars here because there's not a bunch of migrants fucking living here no more. There's a bitch turn around easy. Look at that, you can safely go up, well, up to the alley now almost. There isn't anything left over. Hey, those blocks of wood, looks like what they're, no. Those are just random blocks of wood. Hey, somebody cut a hole in the fucking fence. See right there? Crazy though. All that money Chicago spent on doing that with all these fucking buildings just for fucking Brandon Johnson to take out a $30 million loan that has to be paid back for 30 in the course of the next 30 years. Chicago's got to pay back $30 million to whoever they got that fucking loan from. All because of this stupid shit and putting immigrants in this fucking building, the other buildings, and the ones who are still doing it in, like that Marine base. I got a few new immigration shelter addresses. I'm gonna go check them out. Maybe not now, but in the next coming days, maybe. We'll go back to that Marine base too. We're not done with the Marine base. I don't feel like doing it right now. Arthritis. Downtown. I don't know. We'll come back later live though. They got a concert going on at the Salt Shed. And that's Goose Island over there. It's an island. It's surrounded by 2 rivers. And if the bridges weren't there, you'd be stranded without a boat. Alright, like, subscribe, share, thumbs up, yo. We'll be back.